Hi guys, it's Rebecca Coomes and today I'm showing you how to make beef tallow. I love cooking with tallow because it imparts a lovely beefy flavour to beef dishes and it's super economical to make. It's a great saturated fat because it's got a high smoke point and it just makes food taste better. I went down to my local butcher and I asked him to cut off some of the fat from some of his free-range pasture-fed beef, and he's given me these quite big chunks of fat. Now I don't want to put them in the pan just like this, so I'm going to trim them down into smaller bite-sized pieces. Okay, I have just finished slicing all of this beef up. Now, if your fat has a little bit of meat still left on it, don't worry, you don't need to trim it off. That's going to kind of cook off during the cooking process, and we're going to strain it at the end anyway, so it doesn't matter. Add all of your fat into a pan, and then we're going to put it on the stove over a low to low-medium heat. And what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan. This just helps the fat not stick on the bottom of the pan while it cooks, but the water evaporates during the cooking process so it won't affect the end oil. So there's about 1/4 cup of water that goes in there, and I'll pop this on the stove to start cooking. Okay, the beef fat has been cooking for about an hour now, and it has turned into these kind of crispy golden things. I don't even know what we'll call them, nuggets. And you know that that's when the fat is ready because these look, you know, pretty amazing, although they look like you should eat them. I'm not going to. So what I like to do next is actually sieve this out of the oil mixture. And now, because the lid of my jar is actually pretty small, I'm going to sieve it into a glass pouring jar first and then sieve it into that, just to make sure that I've picked up any of the bits that are left. So we'll do that now. So as you can see, the fat is like this really lovely golden colour, and that means that there's like some really lovely deliciousness in that oil. Whoops. Okay. So you don't need to keep these kind of little chunks of rendered down beef fat. I'm just going to pop them back in my pot. And then I'm going to sieve this into my jar. Okay, and there you have it, beef tallow. Now this is really hot, so I would recommend using gloves before touching the glass jar. And what I like to do to make sure that everything remains sterilised is that I'll put the lid on, turn it upside down and let it cool down, and that will help sterilise the jar. You can keep this in the fridge and this will keep for months, and it makes absolutely delicious cooking fat. I'm Rebecca Coomes and I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, click like, and if there's anything else you'd like me to make SIBO friendly, let me know in the comments below. The recipe link for this recipe is also below. Until next time, happy cooking!